Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Rick dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having an unbelievable closeout to your work week. For those of us who are going to be working into the weekend, I hope that to this point you are having a great and productive week. I'm going to move right into this. We over the next few days, we're going to be doing something a little different as I do my normal, informative, inspirational, encouraging, empowering thing. I normally lead out these video sessions with offers from the different products, services, programs, courses that I offer. Um, there's a Linktree link in the bottom of the description box for those of you who still want to access these offers. They're always going to be available. I'm doing different things. But for the next few days, I won't be really talking about offers um, and programs and courses. You can hit that Linktree link at the bottom and you'll find the offers if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking to do anything from sign up for a course or work with me, you hit that Linktree and you'll get access to what you need, or you can email our support team. But over the next few days, I want to challenge you guys to support the work that I do in the inner city community. Everything from dealing with African American adolescent and young adult male violence, mental health and mental illness in black males and black females, dealing with intimate partner homicide, intimate partner violence, our research center, our think tank, all these things that I've been doing for over 30 years. We're asking for support. The links to support our work with over 80,000 hours in scientific research hours logged, numerous programs, advocacy access constantly. There's not a day that goes by that something doesn't land on my desk that's dealing with an issue going on in the community that I'm asked to assist in. We go to work. And this is in addition to all the things that I do primarily as a business owner. And primarily, I fund the Odyssey Project. And I'm asking you guys to help me support that. So, over the next few days, I can't tell you how long, instead of talking about what you can get in way of my products and services, I want to encourage you to look in that description box and show some love and show some support. Anybody who donates over $100 will get my 19th book, Born in Captivity: Psychopathology as a Legacy of Slavery. It's one of the most comprehensive explanations of what I have called in my work collective cognitive bias syndrome and how it impacts us as a whole. We deal with epigenetics as an influence and multi-generational transmission of trauma and so many other things. So I'm asking that you support the work that we do. I'm still going to be here every day giving you Monday morning, uh, motivational Money Monday, transformational tools, all that, and all the other stuff that I normally do. But instead of leading out with what plan I'm offering or what program or course I'm offering at a discount and all that stuff that I normally do, we're going to talk about the work that I do and why I'm asking you to support that work so that we can expand our reach. It's so desperately needed in our communities. Well, anyway, with that out of the way, I appreciate those who will give. And we're going to move on. I'll give you a real brief reminder at the end. Today is Focus Friday. Today, I want to talk about something that when people talk about focus, they rarely talk about this. Um, so many times you're focusing on the wrong thing. Sometimes you are laser focused, but you're focusing on the wrong thing. You've heard me say so many times that what you focus on, you feel. What that means is psychologically and emotionally, whatever you give your attention to becomes prevalent. It becomes a priority. It becomes the most important focal point. Well, if you're focusing on what you don't want, if you're focusing on what you don't like, if you're focusing on what makes you unhappy, if you're focusing on all the obstacles and the frustrations and the difficulties that are coming along as a part of circumstantial impacts and interruptions, then that's going to be the most prevalent force in your life. That's going to be what controls your emotions. That's what's going to be controlling your state of mind. And so, what you've got to do is you've got to prepare yourself and build yourself and train yourself to focus on the things that bring value, the things that bring change, the bring things that create growth. You're going to always have things going on in your life that you don't like, that you're not happy with. Nobody gets to scoot through life and not have disruption, not have setbacks, not have frustrations, not see difficult moments. That's not what determines who wins and who loses. Being able to circumvent the vicissitudes, struggles, and setbacks of life isn't the winning formula. The winning formula is I'm going to focus on the things I control. I'm going to focus on the things that I have the power to change. And anytime I'm focusing on the things that I have power to change, I'm never in a state of hopelessness because I understand my power. Hopelessness, complaining, whining, and despair is a sign of weakness and the idea that I can't change what I'm facing. I can't change what I'm dealing with. So now I only thing I can do now is be upset about it. The only thing I can do now is complain about it. The only thing I can do now is blame people or things or situations for it. And when I do that, I give up my personal sovereignty. I give up my power. I become helpless. I become hopeless. And I'll sit there and I'll just go through life miserable. But if I sit up and say, I'm going to focus on the solution, not the problem. I'm going to focus on the things I have to be thankful for and not the things that are missing. I'm going to focus on what's ahead of me and not necessarily this storm that I'm currently in, because I know storms are temporary. They don't last always. That if I consistently move forward, I'm going to move out of the storm and I'm going to move into a new reality. And how I behave in the storm, how I think in the storm, how I anticipate in the storm will determine what comes after I leave the storm. So in essence, what you focus on is going to determine how you feel on any given moment, how you feel, what you think, what you expect, how you behave. So if I want to change my situation, I have to change my focus. Some people say, I need focus. You're focused. You're just focused on the wrong thing. Stop focusing on the things you don't want. Stop focusing on the things that make you unhappy. Stop focusing on the things that bring you sadness and frustration and create doubt within you. Focus on the things that lift you. Focus on the things that make you smile. Focus on the things that give you hope. Focus on the things that set up a new idea of what's possible in your life. Pursue those things. Concentrate on those things. Your mood will change. Your emotions will change. Your anticipation will change. And when those things change, your outcomes change as well. It's not ease that guarantees the success of the successful. It's the mindset. It's how they frame things. People who are successful frame things differently. It's not that they don't have the problem, they frame it differently. It's not that they don't experience delay, they frame it differently. I'll give you a positive example of me, myself. I experienced delay, and I experienced delay a lot because in my mind, I aim as high and as far as I possibly can, which means that I normally don't set anywhere close to what the average person would consider realistic goals, especially when it comes to time. I create an urgency because I set these astronomical goals and I put these time frames on them that are astronomically ridiculous. And then I actually go out and do my best to reach it. You know what I guarantee when I do that? That I leave nothing on the table, that I leave nothing on the field, that when I walk off the field each and every day, I've given it everything I've got because I'm chasing something so hard, so far, so high that I don't have time to play around. I don't leave it out there. I go out there and I leave it all out there. I don't bring it back with me. I don't go to bed with potential for today. I go to bed resting and building and preparing to use my potential for tomorrow, because tomorrow's potential belongs to tomorrow. I will not rob my day of its potential of what I can possibly do in it. So that's when I say at the end of my videos, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to leave this place one day. I'm going to go and I'm going to be done. I'm going to transition into the next phase of my identity and whatever that is. But what I tell you, what will happen, I'm going to leave behind all that I could have possibly done in my life. I'm not going to take any of it to the grave with me. I'm not going to take any of it uh, out of this life unused, untapped. That's why Dr. Miles Monroe would always say that the cemetery is the wealthiest place on the planet. Why? Because you got people there that never pursued their dreams, never started that business, never created uh, um, that program, never wrote that book, never built and cultivated that relationship, and on and down the line. These potential things that could have added to their lives, but more importantly, added to the lives of others, was left undone because they didn't want to step outside of their corner of comfort. They didn't want to move into places unfamiliar. So they stayed where things were familiar and comfortable, but they never pursued and achieved the greatness of their design. They didn't live life at the level of their design, and they walked this earth having lived entire lives, most of them, and never achieved anywhere close to what they could have been. They accepted the default of average as being their best, and they never truly lived in purpose. I refuse to let that be the narrative of my life, the story of my life. I want to wake up every day and give it to, but let me tell you how I frame delay. Back to the original point, how I frame delay. Some people look at delay and it's despair for them. Other people look at delay and they say that means denial. I've waited so long that I can now come to the conclusion that it's just not meant for me. And some people will even put it off and lie on God. It's not God's will. God said, I will withhold no good thing from you. Nothing shall be impossible for you. Stop lying on God. It's because you won't stay the course. It's because you won't finish the race. It's because you won't go the distance. It's because you won't anchor yourself in your own vision and dream long enough to see it come to fruition. Let's be truthful with ourselves. But see, you know how I frame delay? The longer that it takes me to get there, the more rewarding it will be. So when I experience delay, I say, that's okay. I'm stacking up. I'm building up. I'm developing. I'm growing into something amazing is about to happen in my life. This delay does not mean denial. It means that I'm about to come into something great. If I just persevere, if I just push through, if I don't quit, if I go the distance, I'm going to come out of this thing better than I even anticipated. There's something great in that delay. That's just a simple way of framing it. When I tell myself there's something great in the delay, it takes the anxiety out of the delay. It takes the frustration and disappointment out of the delay. You automatically start now anticipating when I do come out of this, oh man, look out. When I do come out of this, people are going to be shocked. When I do come out of this, I'm going to be amazed. When I do come out of this, there's going to be something remarkable happening in my life that I didn't even foresee in my own vision. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Stop focusing on the wrong thing. There's some power in the way that you approach life. You can see the obstacles as disruptions, or you can see them as instruments of elevation, because see, the very thing that makes destiny its true self is the fact that anything or anyone that attempts to stop it only ensure that it happens. Nothing in front of you can stop your destiny. You're the only one that can stop your destiny. You're the only one that can mitigate your potential. You're the only one that can lessen your impact. No one can stop what you were designed to do but you. Everything that gets in your way simply becomes a part of the process of you achieving your destiny. But you got to walk it. You got to live it. You got to breathe it. You got to stand up. You got to push through it. You got to focus on this power on the inside, this power anchored in your gifting, this power anchored in your design, and this power anchored in your purpose. And you've got to decide in your mind that you're going to step up and walk out and live life at its fullest. That's my challenge to you. Live life on full. Leave this world on E, and you will leave a legacy that will speak of you long after you're gone. On that note, I'm going to get out of here. As I said at the beginning, I'm challenging everybody who watches this to support the work we're doing in the inner city. That work is so important. Click the link and give. For those of you who are still looking for ways that you can benefit from my mind, my knowledge, my experience, whether you want to try to work with me one-on-one, those spaces are limited. But if you want to try to work with me one-on-one, or whether you want to sign up and enroll in one of our online courses or something else, purchase a book or whatever, click the Linktree link and you can get that and more. That Linktree is full of jewels and gems. But now at this point, I'm asking you to support the work that I do. Click the link and give. On that note, I'm out of here. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. I challenge you to take your own life in the same way. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable remainder